All right, what's good, y'all? So I decided to do another book review today since I've also been reading. I've been reading a few books, but I'm just gonna do. I did a book review on The Way of the Superior Man. Now I'm gonna do one on The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. So I know this is a pretty popular book. You know, all types of people probably done heard everything about it. Like, that's if you just want to manipulate people, or it's a way to get over on people, and you know, things like that. That's not the way I see it. I think this, in my opinion, I think this is the book for kings. So if you want to be a king and, you know, act like a king, be like a king, be treated like one, I think this is the book. I think this is the book, like the closest thing I've read so far to you know, get you on that path. I'm gonna go ahead and read the just read a little something. So, the best-selling book for those who want power, watch power, or want to arm themselves against power. Immoral, cunning, ruthless, and instructive, this piercing work distills 3,000 years of history of power into 48 well-explicated laws. As attention-grabbing in its design as it is in its content, this bold volume outlines the laws of power in their unvarnished essence, synthesizing the philosophies of Machiavelli, Sun Tzu, Karl von Clausewitz, and other great thinkers. Some laws require prudence. Law 1, never outshine the master. Some stealth. Law 3, conceal your intentions. And some the total absence of mercy. Law 15, crush your enemy totally. But like it or not, all have applications in real life situations. This is true. Illustrated through the tactics of Queen Elizabeth I, Henry Kissinger, P.T. Barnum, and other famous figures who have wielded or been victimized by power. These laws will fascinate any reader interested in gaining, observing, or defending against ultimate control. So that's a pretty powerful little summary right there. I'm gonna see if this book has anything on Robert Greene, if it just says a little bit about him. Nah, it does not. They usually have like a little bit, like they usually have like about the authors. That's what I be trying to look for. All right. So this 48 Laws of Power. So this book, I mean, it's 48 laws, so it is pretty big. It gives, so it said over 3,000 like, what did it say? "3,000 years of history of power into 48 laws." And when it talks about that, it talks about Cleopatra, Queen Elizabeth, as it said, Machiavelli. Like, it talks about all these great thinkers or courtiers or ambitious people in this book. And it gives like little stories on the side. But the way I read this book and how I continue, like I still read it, even though I've read it multiple times. I've had this book for like at least like 5 years. I guess I can just show y'all. So all right, so for example, Law 1, never outshine the master. So you get the chapter, you get a little thing called judgment, I believe that says, and it gives like a little passage. So I'll go ahead and read it. So Law 1, never outshine the master. Judgment, always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please and impress them, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. So each law or chapter will start off like that. It'll lead into the transgression, and the transgression, so it'll give like a little story about who it talks about. So in this first law, it talks about Nicholas Fouquet, Louis the 14th. So it'll talk about him, and then it'll lead into interpretation, which gives a little explaining on why he did what he did, or how he figured this out, things like that. Then it'll lead to an observance of the law. And then it will interpretate that as well. And then it leads to the key to power, which is basically a shortcut. So like if you don't want to read, you know, how King Louis XIV did it, if you can like skip over that and read the key to power, and it'll explain like modernly how, you know, to achieve that. It'll give like a, basically just read the red, if that makes sense. So basically just read the red. And then it'll do like, so if it says never outshine the master, it'll also do a reversal, like don't let the master outshine you. So I'll just read that a little bit. So the reversal: you cannot worry about upsetting every person you come across, but you must be selectively cruel. If your superior is a falling star, there is nothing to fear from outshining him. Do not be merciful. Your master had no such scruples in his own cold-blooded climb to the top. Engage his strength. If he is weak, discreetly hasten his downfall. Outdo, outcharm, outsmart him at key moments. If he is very weak and ready to fall, let nature take its course. Do not risk outshining a feeble superior. It might appear cruel or spiteful. But if your master is firm in his position, yet you know yourself to be the more capable, bide your time and be patient. It is the natural course of things that power eventually fades and weakens. Your master will fall someday, and if you play it right, you will outlive and someday outshine him. So it'll do a lot of things like that too. It'll do reversals. So this 48, I could just read y'all 48, or y'all could just go get the book yourselves and read it, which is what I recommend. I guess I can give y'all I'll give y'all like a couple of my favorite laws. There wasn't really anything I disliked about the book. If anything, I disliked like the controversy or the opinions formed around this book. Because when I read it for myself, like, I'm like, okay, so if you want to be a king, be treated like a king, act like a king, not let people get one over on you, this is the book to read. This'll, you know. And if a lot of times, if you ain't got no money, you're gonna need power. Maybe you got power but ain't got no money. So vice versa. So some of my favorite laws, and some of these you might, when you're reading this book, you might find out that you do some of these laws on your own already, maybe just through like your parents, how you learn through your parents, or maybe your friends. Just some things you picked up on. So conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them far enough down the wrong path, envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize your intentions, it'll be too late. So yeah, never let people know what you're thinking. Like, even sometimes your closest people, because sometimes they might project or give their opinions on something, and it's like, damn, I don't even know why I told you this, because now you've given all this that's throwing me off my mood or making me feel a certain type of way. So consider your intentions. Law 4, always say less than necessary. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you say something banal, it will seem original. If you make it vague, open-ended, it's Sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less, which is true. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Like, that's true. Y'all ever try to get with a girl? Or maybe you let like your uncle or your dad know you had a date or something, and they'll just be like, and you're like, what should I do? What should I say? And they'll just be like, nah, let them talk. Just ask questions, let them talk. Because the more you say, the more you're going to talk yourself out the panties or talk yourself out the date or thing like say something foolish. So type like that. This is something I need to work on because I didn't know this. So law 6, court attention at all costs. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd, then or buried in oblivion. Stand out, be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. So, me personally, just a little bit about myself, I never was really the one like to want to be the center of attention in the spotlight. Like when I wouldn't even tell people it was my birthday and things like that because I never liked attention. I just never liked attention. I don't know, I'm more like a behind the scenes kind of person. Like if I like say if I was to be a part of a movie, I'd be like the producer or the director. Like you wouldn't even see me in the movie. That's the type of person I am. So that's something I need to work on. But courting attention at all costs is very kings got to be seen. A king has to be seen. You can't be no king if you ain't never seen by your people. We'll do a couple more laws and then I'll finish out this video. I don't want it to be too long. It's just a review. Y'all got to read the book for yourselves. Law 9, win through your actions, never through argument. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Actions speak louder than words. Simple as that. I don't got to go in too deep to that. Let me see if I can get some good one. Okay, so Law 16, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. This is true too. Like I just talked about how you need attention at all times. You trying to go inside? Let me let this cat inside real quick, y'all. You trying to go inside? There. You going in? Chill out. All right. Where was I at? Yeah, use absence to increase respect and honor. Oh, what's up?
So you got homework, nigga?
No, I'm just doing a little book review.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, no. I had just let her out, too. The dog.
She good in there around
All right. So use absence to increase respect and honor. So yeah, too much circulation make the price go down. If everybody's selling hot dogs at $5, eventually somebody gonna have to lower their price because it's just, damn, everybody's selling hot dogs. Why I spend $5 with you when I can go spend $4 over here or $3 over there? So, but if hot dog suddenly disappears, it's like, damn, I need me a hot dog. And then you go somewhere to find it, like, it might be $10 or something, just because it's hot dogs ain't been around so long. Let me see what else. Law 20, do not commit to anyone. It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become a master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. This is kind of just like, only commit to yourself. Just basically only like, yeah, only commit to yourself. Like even in relationships, always like, I ain't gonna say always, but like, if it's not something you want to do, don't do it. If it aligns with you, do it. I say that. That's probably the easiest way. Because once you take somebody else's side or commit to somebody else, now you're following their program, and they may do things that you don't align with or you wouldn't do. But since you're committed to them, now you just going, damn, fuck what I want to do. I gotta go. I gotta commit to them. I gotta do what they say. And last one I'll give y'all is Law 25, recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention, never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. Incorporate dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. your power will be enhanced and your character will seem larger than life. So from the time you grew up, through high school, through graduation, like you've probably changed. Like you've probably changed. Like you've probably just like transitioned. Like how you were from a kid to this point now, you probably changed in some way, some form. So basically, you can recreate yourself at any time. So if you were known as like the loser or maybe the unpopular person, you know, through your childhood, through high school, you can recreate yourself to be, you know, popular, or that dude or that girl. Like you can recreate yourself at any time. If you were known for being like the jock or like the sport dude, you can literally recreate yourself to be a book nerd or a crypto informant, you know, something big. You can recreate yourself at any time. Don't let people's preconceived notions of you stick on you. Don't let your past stick on you. Don't let people, what they know from you from the past, don't let that stick on you. It might be somebody, best way, it could be somebody like a childhood friend. You ain't seen them in a long time. When they see you, they thinking of all the stuff y'all did as kids, but you completely different from back then. Like you do, maybe y'all used to play the game and this and that. But now you taking trips and growing farms and messing with livestock and things like that. So you can recreate yourself at any time. I really like this book. Like I give it a 10 out of 10 just because it's so much examples, so much facts. It's just, if you want to learn how to gain power, I believe this is like one of the best books. Like I said, if you're trying to be a king, act like a king, be treated like one, I believe this is one of the best books. That's gonna do it for this video. I pretty much went over everything, but I'll catch y'all at the next one.